I'm like fucking 3 laps into this run.
Well, I can't. I'm stuck on Disney Plus now.
I can't help you with that.
He's stuck on Disney Plus.
I can't. There's only so much I can fucking do. I can't help you with that.
That was funny. I was thought that was funny. I actually clicked on Disney Plus when I was trying to YouTube.
D and a U.
Yep.
Oh, that was funny. I think that was funny.
And I'm actually working on an adjustment to the setup to trying to see how it works. But let me know when you're on there.
Oh, there we go. That's the lap I want.
What lap was it?
231.
Fuck you!
Now the question is, can I repeat that? That's probably what I did. I'm not going to be able to get a video of it now. Yeah.
See, I know I made this thing tight. Oh, we got
What?
We got somebody who's on.
Me.
Okay. Now this is a short track, so here you're turning the wheel a little bit more in. You see I'm on the back stretch now? Okay, coming down to turn 3. I hit the brake, I let off, and I turn the wheel, and now see how I turn it all the way back? See, turning it back helps the car turn. If I didn't have this fight here, let me slow down and get away from this guy.
Well, it's got delayed for me, so you're kind of...
No, I know, but let me get away from the crease here. And let this guy go by me so I can show you a little bit clearer. Because, you know, you run differently when you're next to somebody. Okay, here we go. I go down into the turn.
Hold on, where you at right now?
3. Okay, see, I turn it, and then I unturn it. See how I move it back? Okay, going down into turn 1. I get there, I hit the brake, let it come up, I turn it, because it's tight in, see, and I turn it back. The tires are starting to wear, so I'm like sawing it, like they do in real life. And then I come back, and you see as I turn the car, I'm bringing it back to straight. As the car is coming out of the turn in the transition, I'm coming back to straight. See, I'm a little tight, so I'm turning it a little bit more. But well, see how I keep coming back?
Well, the way you describe it, so here's my situation. When I come back straight, the car is still planted.
Here.
Like, the car is still planted.
I'm too tight. I gotta loosen this up.
Well, okay. So the way you've been describing it, I'm gonna give you what I describe what you're saying. When I go on the corner, because when I want you're braking then turning. I'm braking and turning at the same time. And just because how
well,
the car
you shouldn't do that. First rule of racing: never brake and turn at the same time. You brake and then you turn.
Well, again, that's why I stop. The way I drive it, I don't use the brake. I let it roll in.
See, you hit the brake and you let it turn.
Well, another thing, when you're talking about...
See how I come back here? And it fucking turns more as I turn the wheel back to the right. Well, and if you notice, watch how the car leans. See, I get in there, right? And then when it hooks, I turn it back, and it didn't get it right that time.
Well, but his thing is when I try to do it, like say, like you letting the wheel come back center. That, like say, the analog for me on the analog stick, it makes it.
See how it just turned onto the fucking apron when I turned it back?
But again, you're letting it basically it. When to make me do that on control, I basically have to let go of the analog stick and make the wheel come straight on its own. It don't have that glimmering of coming back straight.
Well, that's the problem with these setups. Then that's why you're having trouble driving the setups. If you can't get it to do what I'm doing on the wheel, then you have to have a completely different kind of setup, different front end geometry.
Yeah, because basically what
You
you're
need
saying,
you need a setup that's more like a video game, because this is more like real life, which is
Wait.
what I understand.
well, yeah, because again, you're making the car come. I won't say make come back, but again, you come out going from left to come back straight.
Yep.
For me to
See, you're
to put
tight.
that
You're
in,
tight in, and then it gets loose off. So I turn it back, and then look, it leans over and fucking hunkers down like a drag car on the right rear, and you power off.
and for me, I can't do that because if I try to let it like say, I can't. If I try to like pull the analog stick back straight, it's going to register me trying to turn right.
Right.
But if I try like saying do that and let the analog stick go, it's going to automatically go straight. So,
Well, yeah, you don't turn it all the way back straight, but if you're halfway, like at this track, you are halfway, right? So I'm turned it all the way to the left, right? And so I come back to 3/4, right? And then it just turns. Because if I keep it turned left, here, I'll show you, coming out of 4 here. Okay. If I keep it turned left, look what it does. And then what happens? Boom! Now I'm tight and I hit the turn 4 wall. You see what I'm saying?
no. It's well, yeah, that's basically what happens to me. It because again,
Yes, because when you get to that apex and it starts to turn too much, you're like, oh, I know I'm hitting the gas, I'm gonna whatever, and you keep it turned to the left, then it just gets tight on you.
well, I know what David went. Red's on. He streamed on XRS.
I see.
But yeah, it's again that's the difference in the controls in the wheel setting. Again, that's why when you make setups, you got again your setups. I could again, it's again. There's times where it's like that, and then there's times that it's not. And again,
Well,
that comes back.
it depends on the track, you know. But you seem to struggle with my setups mostly at the bigger tracks lately. Because you're always telling me I'm hitting the apron, hitting the apron, hitting the apron.
Well, yeah. And again, I made adjustments to my steering since again, it takes a minute to adjust because it's with the steering settings and like the wheel lock. So I think the wheel lock I ran today was when we was practicing last night. I was at a 2. Today I went up to the 4 and it got a lot better. But I also went 1 or 2 clicks down on my steering sensitivity.
Well, see, the problem with the setups that we have is part of your problem is that as the tires wear, 99.9% of the, if not all the setups, get tighter in, right? And then they get loose off. Okay? And you know, and even if you're not loose off, they get tighter in and then they get looser off than you start out with, kind of thing. So how you hold the wheel entering is got to be different than off, or else you're going to have a slower car. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, look at that. I just took 2/10 off my starting time. So I can't leave this up because it's got my setup in there.
Well, why'd you do that?
Huh? Because I'm working on it. And I care about you guys enough to get us on the same fucking page, you know, so we can all run faster. I do not care who beats Wood, as long as somebody beats Wood. But I prefer it to be one of us. I said that, didn't I?
Yeah. I tried. It doesn't work. I tried my hardest. Try to beat him. It didn't work.
Yeah, well, you got close more than a couple times doing what you're doing. But I think all you need is just a little bit more, you know, and I'm trying to help you with that little bit more. Where you say you struggle sometimes.
This did not get a speeding penalty.
What kind?
This did not get a speeding penalty.
Yeah, well, that helps. I mean, I did that yesterday at Kansas, you know. I forgot to check my setup, and I got myself in all sorts of trouble. See, I'm a little too tight, so...
Now I'm just trying to make this a qualifying setup here. But I got your set to a 2-3-1.
Cool.
You're bearing the tires up.
Okay, I'm going to stop this. And I'm going to hide.